Good evening. Welcome to the election headquarters in the national capital to our special broadcast, the Great Indian Election. The two Shiv Senas, the two NCPs along with BJP and the Congress makes it a bhelpuri of sorts for the people to choose in Mumbai and the adjoining areas. Let's get started. What's in store tonight? Well, the fate of two union ministers, sitting and former MPs, sitting and former MLAs would be decided when 10 seats of Mumbai and the larger Mumbai metropolitan region, that's MMR, go to polls during phase 5 of elections in Maharashtra. Let's take a look at the final phase of voting in the financial capital of India and why it matters as India decides in 2024.
The two union ministers whose fate would be decided are Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, who is a close aide of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Minister of State for Panchayati Raj Kapil Patil, both from the BJP and several from political families. The seats in Mumbai going to polls are Mumbai South, Mumbai South Central, Mumbai North Central, Mumbai North East, Mumbai North West and Mumbai North. The three seats in Thane districts are Thane, Kalyan and Bhiwandi. The other seat is Palghar. Of these 10 seats, 5 involve contests between Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena and Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena UBT. Other contests include 2 between BJP versus Congress, 2 between BJP and Shiv Sena UBT, and 1 between BJP and Sharad Pawar-led NCP-SP. Kalyan would be an interesting seat to watch as Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's son and two-time sitting MP Dr. Shrikant Shinde is contesting against Shiv Sena UBT's Vaishali Darikar Rane. In neighbouring Bhiwandi, Minister of State for Panchayati Raj Kapil Patil of BJP is taking on Suresh alias Balyamama Mahatre of NCP-SP. And Nilesh Sambare, who has support of the Prakash Ambedkar-led Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, VBA. In Mumbai South, two-time sitting MP and former Union Heavy Industries Minister Arvind Sawant of Shiv Sena UBT would take on Shiv Sena's Baikala MLA Yamini Jadhav. In Mumbai North, the Congress has fielded Bhushan Patil to take on Piyush Goyal, a BJP stalwart. Maharashtra is a political headache for the political parties, candidates and voters. However, the chance to come out and vote in the parliamentary elections is a festival of democracy, and that inked finger is surely a momentous occasion for all who believe that India has a template for the world to follow. Bureau Report, DD India.
Well, Maharashtra, final phase of voting, phase 5, and Maharashtra is over and out, 48 seats, the second largest state after Uttar Pradesh. That sends 48 Member of Parliament of 48 MPs to Delhi. The final phase, we've got almost 13 seats in Maharashtra. Maharashtra has voted across the 5 phases. First phase, 5 seats. Second phase, 8 seats. 11 in phase 3 and 4. The final phase, 13 seats in and around Mumbai. That's what makes it interesting. From Mumbai to Nasik, what we are looking at, 13 seats that go to polls. A quick look at voting day, that's May 20th, 13 seats. Judgment Day, June 4th. A quick look at Mumbai. First of all, that's where the big battle is. Mumbai North, the area that constitutes of Borivali, Daisar, Mahathane, Kandivali East, Charkop along with Malad West. This is an interesting seat because this has got a political heavyweight from, the Prime Minister's cabinet in the election fray. We're going to look at that candidates later. This is from where Piyush Goyal is fighting his electoral battle. His first attempt at making his entry to Delhi from the Lok Sabha constituency of Mumbai North. Mumbai Northwest, you've got Jogeshwari, Dindoshi, Goregaon, Versova, Andheri West and East. And this particular seat has been a bastion that's shifted loyalties many a time. How will it play this time around? Mumbai North Central, Vileparla, Chandivli, Kurla, Kalina, Bandra West and East. A mixed population that you would see, but a seat that generally throws surprises for every one of us. Mumbai Northeast, you've got Mulund Vikhroli, Bandup West, Ghatkopar East West, Makrund along with Shivaji Nagar. It always throws up something interesting because the candidate here was very much announced in advance. So he has that first mover advantage, especially fighting on that BJP ticket there, Mihir Koteja. We're going to look at that too. Mumbai South Central, this is at Anushakti Nagar, Chembur, Dharavi, Sayan Kolivada, Vadala, Mahim region. The Mumbai South Central, it's Anil Desai there, from the Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray team that's taking on another Shiv Sainik. So it's a battle of Shiv Sainik that you would see on this particular seat. Mumbai South, a final look among the 6 seats, Warli, Baikla, Malabar Hill, Mumba Devi along with Kolaba there. Arvind Sawant taking on the MLA Yamini Jadhav on this particular seat. This could also throw some interesting battles for us. This was a seat that was held for a very long time by Murli Deora. Well, the Great Indian Elections 2024, we are looking at election results in 2014 and 2019. BJP managed to win 23 in 2014. They stuck to that. Remember this particular tally, 23 plus 18. They were together in 2019. Now, the Shiv Sena is split into two. You've got the NCP split into two. And the sides have also changed. The Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray is now a part of the opposition alliance, and you've got the BJP along with the NCP, another faction of the NCP that's an offshoot of from Sharad Pawar's team, that's now a part of the NDA campaign. The voting percentage in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, you would generally see the trend which is much below the national average, but sticking to that 60-61 range of voting percentage across the year. The assembly elections, the BJP from 122 came down to 105. The Congress not making much of a progress, but there was an amalgamation of sorts when it comes to the government being put together, and that's what makes discussions in Maharashtra pretty interesting. Remember, none of the political forces on its own can go beyond 30%. So you need to get that combinations together right to make it tick in Maharashtra. Assembly elections, not much of change. Assembly elections almost on a very similar pattern, but the post this general elections, you will have assembly elections in Maharashtra yet again, and all political parties sending feelers, especially in understanding how this particular election would play out. The contesting parties this time in Maharashtra, BJP 28, Shiv Sena, this is the Eknath Khadse faction fighting 15 seats, the RSP fighting in 1 seat in Parbhani, NCP Ajit Pawar with 4. Remember, look at these symbols, the bow and arrow along with the clock. This makes this election a bit more confusing, especially for the voters. The opposition bloc, they too have got a combination right. The Congress fighting on 17, the Sharad Pawar faction of NCP fighting on 10, the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray faction fighting on 21 seats. That's how the opposition plays these elections. Also taking a look at all the seats, as I mentioned, Mumbai North, Piyush Goyal taking on Bhushan Patil. The Ghosalikas refused to fight the elections. That's when the the Congress had to field Bhushan Patil in this election to take on Piyush Goyal, a political heavyweight, as he makes his debut in the Lok Sabha elections in this particular battle. Mumbai North West, you've got Ravindra Vaikar, who's a sitting MP, and Amol Kiritkar. His father is a part of the faction that belongs to the Eknath Shinde camp, but since his son was given a ticket from the Uddhav Thackeray team, the father refused to fight this election, as a result of which the son is in the election fray in Mumbai Northwest. Moving to the next seat, Mumbai Northeast. As I mentioned, Mihir Kotecha a change. This is from where Kirit Somaya had won the elections in 2014. Mihir Kotecha being given the ticket by the BJP, and one of the early movers advantage because he was in that first list that was announced, clearly having a lot of time to campaign. Sanjay Patil there has won the elections. He's been in almost all the camps. If you look at Sanjay Patil, has a unique feature. He's been there almost in every camp. If you look at the Maharashtra elections, the NCP, the Congress, the Shiv Sena, and now in the election battle. Mumbai North Central, you've got Ujjwal Nikam, the prosecutor who was there, especially getting that big case that he handled, the Ajmal Kasab case, and he making his political debut. Varsha Gaikwad, the state Congress chief or the Mumbai chief of the Congress fighting this election. Her father had won the seat way back, I think if 2004 or 2009, he had won the seat, the daughter back to reclaim that lost glory. Finally, Mumbai South Central, you've got Anil Desai. It's again a battle of the Shiv Senas, the Uddhav Thackeray faction taking on the Eknath Shinde faction, and that's where this particular battle in Mumbai gets interesting. Most of the seats in Mumbai where the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray is fighting, it's generally against the Shiv Sena, that's the Eknath Shinde faction. So that's something interesting that we are looking at. Finally, Mumbai South, you've got Arvind Sawant, who's the sitting MP, taking on Yamini Jadhav from the Shiv Sena. And this is another battle that we are talking about between the two Shiv Senas that you would see very regularly, especially in these 13 seats that go to polls in the final phase. Finally, shifting to Thane, you've got Vichare, who's the sitting MP on this particular seat, a challenger there once again from Shiv Sena, and also BSP making their triangle together in Thane. Kalyan, you've got the Chief Minister's son there, Dr. Shrikant Shinde, who's a two-time MP fighting on the Shiv Sena ticket. It's an Uddhav Thackeray opponent there on the other side. You've got Vaishali Rani from the Shiv Sena taking on Shrikant Shinde. Bhiwandi, you've got Kapil Patil taking on Suresh Gopinath Matre from the NCP. This is a seat that's been given to the NCP by that combined, the opposition bloc combined, and you've got AIMIM candidate that makes this contest a bit more interesting. Palghar, you've got the Uddhav Thackeray team having Bharti, the Union Health Minister, Bharti Kamdi there fighting this particular elections, taking on Dr. Hemant Vishnu Savare from the BJP, and this is going to be another contest that we are looking at from Palghar. Moving to the next seat, that's Dhule. You've got Shobha Dinesh from the Congress taking on Subhash Ramarao from the BJP, and the BSP completing this particular seat. He's a two-time sitting MP from the BJP looking for a third-time place or a third-time ticket to Delhi by winning this particular constituency of Dhule. Moving to Dindori, you've got Dr. Bharti Pawar. This is where I went wrong. Dr. Bharti Pawar, Union MOS Health, fighting this election on a BJP ticket. Taking her on is Bhaskar Bhagare from the NCP Sharad Pawar faction. Finally, Nasik. Nasik is another interesting battle. It's again a battle between the two Shiv Senas that we are looking at. A three-time MP there, Hemant, fighting this election on a Shiv Sena ticket, and challenging him is once again the Uddhav Thackeray team member there, Prakash Vaje, fighting Hemant Godse on this particular seat in Nasik. So it's an interesting battle when it comes to the final 13 seats that we are looking at from Maharashtra. And we've got our correspondent Shishir Shelar joining us from Maharashtra, from Mumbai in particular. Shishir, is there too much on the plate to choose? Now that you have two Shiv Senas, two NCPs, so many logos put together, so many symbols put together. Are the people of Mumbai confused, and are the party men equally confused when it comes to campaigning for their candidates?
Well, absolutely. As far as the people are concerned, let me tell you that they are quite happy that they got a very good options.
Well, I believe
a tough battle for all the political parties, because we have seen here that earlier in Maharashtra there used to be two factions, that is the ND Alliance, or we can call it the UP Alliance earlier, which is now the India Alliance as well. But this time around, even the ND Alliance and India Alliance are fighting against each other, but inside they are different camp probably, and each camp is battling against each other. For example, if I talk about Mumbai specifically, you rightly said that Mumbai have 6 seats, but in Mumbai we have seen that the Uddhav Thackeray, the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray camp is fighting again with the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde camp and with the BJP as well. Because this time around, we know that a few years back, probably we could say that Shiv Sena has a very strong hold in Mumbai. But what we've seen in the last municipal elections, that BJP has got quite a good support in Mumbai and some of the areas of suburban Mumbai. That's why we have seen that the MLAs of BJP has increased from this region. We've also seen that the numbers of corporators have also increased. And now the BJP is also aiming on the member of parliament. Obviously, as far as the northeast seats are concerned, BJP has a very good hold on it. As far as the Mumbai North seat is concerned, again, the BJP is doing quite well on this seat. We have seen that the legend like Ram Naik also contested, the former Indian minister, were contested from the North seat also, Mumbai North constituency. This time around, we've seen the Piyush Goyal is fighting from the Mumbai North seat. You can imagine that how strong this seat is for the BJP. On the other hand, we've also seen that BJP has also entered into the inner suburban areas of Mumbai, and this time around they've given ticket to Ujjwal Nikam. This seat belongs to earlier the Mahajan family, and we've seen that the Poonam Mahajan contested on this seat. This time around, instead of giving a ticket to Poonam Mahajan, the BJP chose public prosecutor Ujjwal Nikam. So obviously you can imagine that how confident the BJP is to get those seats. Even they have changed the candidate, but they seems that they're confident that again they will win the seat. So obviously the numbers are increasing of BJP as far as Mumbai is concerned. And again, the Uddhav Thackeray Sena has to battle with the BJP, and again they'll have to battle with the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde camp. So it's quite a tough task for the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena in Mumbai this time around. Well, as far as the seat sharing is concerned, the Congress, but where is the Congress is? Because once Mumbai was a bastion of Congress, if you look at the early 70s, early 80s, probably, we have seen that before the rise of Shiv Sena, it was Congress who has handling Mumbai single-handedly. But now we have seen here that the Congress has confined to a couple of seats as far as Member of Parliament seats are concerned in Mumbai.
Okay.
And that's a major concern.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you. Appreciate you joining us. You've got a busy day ahead. You were covering the Prime Minister, took time out to join us on this great Indian election. Appreciate you joining us this evening. Well, now time to get our experts on board. We've got Praful Ketkar, somebody who knows Mumbai from the back office and Maharashtra from the back office, and his roots are there, joining us this evening. Shailesh Paranjpe, senior journalist, joining us from Pune. Let me first come to you, Praful. Looking at, our correspondent made a mention about it, 2004, 2009, 5-1 BJP versus Congress, 2009, 6 if you put NCP one seat. But post 2014, 2019, we've seen a 3-3 seat sharing between the BJP and the Shiv Sena on this particular Mumbai, 6 seats in Mumbai. What's been the paradigm shift, especially when it comes to Mumbai? Suddenly, the BJP picking up pace in this financial capital of India.
See, there are two things we need to understand. One, organizationally, Shiv Sena, Congress and NCP both has weakened drastically post 2009 in Mumbai region. Earlier, stalwarts like Sunil Dutt or later Priya that used to be, from this central Mumbai region, especially the Bandra region, they used to have. Now that has completely, Eknath Gaikwad you mentioned. So they used to have their own individual, committed voters. That kind of leadership is completely missing in Mumbai. Two, BJP Shiv Sena on platter, what they got. Earlier it used to be like whether, it will be Marathi versus non-Marathi kind of thing. But Shiv Sena, BJP brought a perfect combination of Marathi, Gujarati speaking together. And to some extent, what changed in post 2009 is, with the Modi wave, the North Indian voters, which is a huge chunk, they have shifted their loyalties, which used to be earlier on anti-Shiv Sena plank. What BJP did there, on these particular seats where you are, earlier Poonam Mahajan contested, so all these seats basically have, even for that matter, Mumbai North, it has a huge, North Indian voters. So there, I think the real combination worked out for BJP and Sena. But I'm glad, the way you have explained it now, it is very clear. We have seen the battle politically fighting out between two Shiv Senas. We have seen a legal battle in the courts, even at the election commission doors. Now it is for voters to decide which Shiv Sena is real Shiv Sena. So that Mumbai, because this is the region, Mumbai, Thane, Kalyan, Nasik, this is the region where it used to be a Shiv Sena stronghold. Now it is going to decide which Shiv Sena. And I'm very particular about Thane seat, because Thane, Eknath Shinde virtually made it at one point it used to be BJP's stronghold, whether Paranspe and then Ram Kapse used to contest from there. After that, Shiv Sena took it in that tussle, and since then it has been Shiv Sena's stronghold. And Eknath Shinde and earlier his mentor Dighe used to literally control Thane, and now Rajan Vichare, he's supposed to be a very old Shiv Sena hand, a loyalist, with and Muske is contesting against him. So this battle is a prestige battle for Eknath Shinde. Okay. When he is proving that my Shiv Sena is true Shiv Sena and I have got this seat from BJP and continued that legacy that Balasaheb had started. So this Thane and of course his Kalyan Bhiwandi region. So all these three seats are going to be very, very crucial.
Okay, Mr. Paranjpe, how does one take a look at Thane, Kalyan, Bhiwandi, three seats? The Shiv Sena is fighting on two. This is a bastion from where the Chief Minister comes. Is this a prestige issue? Which is looking at, wherever Shiv Sena is fighting, you've got an Uddhav Thackeray opponent, taking him head on. So it's a battle of prestige. It's a battle to decide which is the real Shiv Sena.
In one way, now this Lok Sabha election will be decisive on whether which is really Shiv Sena. That is, whether it is owned by Eknath Shinde or Uddhav Thackeray's. That is for Bombay, Nashik as well as Kalyan, Bhiwandi, Kalyan Hubli municipal corporation limits. And as far as these three seats are concerned, Kalyan, Thane and Bhiwandi, there what will ultimately people will prove is who is real disciple of Anand Dighe. Anand Dighe at one time was the boss of Thane, who really ruled Thane like anything. He was like extra constitutional authority in Thane. And Eknath Shinde is disciple of Anand Dighe as well as Rajan Vichare is disciple of Anand Dighe. So contesting election against Rajan Vichare, Eknath Shinde is contesting, not only Naresh Muske. So it will prove supremacy of whether it is Eknath Shinde or Rajan Vichare as far as Thane is concerned. Eknath Shinde's son is contesting in the other constituency, which I think he will win, and Eknath Shinde will put his might there. But as far as Bhiwandi is concerned, against the sitting MP and MOS, Kapil Patil, they have fielded comparably a weak candidate by opposition. And I think that election is easy for Kapil Patil. But Thane definitely is going to decide whether Eknath Shinde is real disciple of Anand Dighe or Rajan Vichare is the disciple of Dighe. And as far as Bombay seats are concerned, as my friend explained about Ujjwal Nikam and Varsha Gaikwad's contest, there is an additional element to it that Baba Siddiqui, ex-MLA of Congress, who was loyalist to Sunil Dutt and Dutt family, has shifted flag and he has joined Ajit Pawar's NCP. That is also going to help Ujjwal Nikam in a way.
Okay, Praful, when one takes a look at Mumbai in particular, the 6 seats in Mumbai, we've spoken about Thane, Kalyan, Bhiwandi, but which among the 6 seats, you think we're going to see a tight contest?
I will put my finger on the south seat, because Arvind Samant has been an old hand. He has been altogether loyalist, and generally South Mumbai traditionally we have seen a lower voter turnout, very high posh locality area. So it will be very interesting how does, but remember, Kamini Jadhav is a very strong, she's a MLA from Baikala, and she and her husband known to be a very strong hands in that region. So it will be really, really interesting for the south seat. Another important dimension, we shouldn't forget. Everywhere you have mentioned the third candidate. Of course, not in Mumbai region, but all over Maharashtra, there were at least 13 seats where Prakash Ambedkar and his Vanchit Bahujan Agadi played a kind of spoiler for Congress NCP that time.
Yes.
This time also, if you see the kind of candidates they have given, most of them are either Muslims or coming from scheduled caste. So they are going to play a very important role, not just victory, but even the margin. Because there are certain pockets, even BSP candidates. BSP candidates are going to play a very crucial role. So all these seats, if you see, even in South, in Baikala region, there is a substantial Muslim vote, and there is a Muslim candidate from BSP. So I think this is going to play a very, very decisive role, at least in couple of constituencies.
Mr. Paranjpe, looking at the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, Prakash Ambedkar's faction, how does one see, if this would have been managed by the opposition, do you see this battle getting a bit more interesting? And, most of the seats where they have fielded the candidate, as Praful put it, it makes the seat a bit of a triangular contest. Does that add more pressure on which side? How will the pressure be applied on either sides?
Is led by Prakash Ambedkar, Dr. Ambedkar's grandson. And the point is that his party doesn't have adequate strength to win a single seat. He once had one Akola seat where he is contesting right now. But other than that, whatever candidates he has fielded in the contest are going to spoil the prospects of Mahavikas Aghadi, that is Congress, NCP and Uddhav Thackeray Sena. As far as South Bombay is concerned, the candidate is not going to only fetch votes from Bhaikala, the Muslim candidate, but he is going to also fetch the votes from Amin Patel's constituency, that is Mendi Bazaar, and Mumbai Devi, the constituency name is, but it has sizable Muslim voters. So Yamini Yadav's task will be a bit smooth as far as the third candidate is concerned. But Arvind Sawant is a strong candidate, and South Bombay contest also has another dimension. Ex-MOS Milind Devra, who was a strong Congress family, Murli Devra's son, has shifted and he has gone to Eknath Shinde's camp, and he has been made Rajya Sabha MP. That is also going to help Yamini Yadav in a way. So, representation of the third candidate, whether it is BSP or Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, it is going to definitely help BJP or NDA for that matter. The stark example will be in Shirdi. One of the strongest candidates from VBA is in Shirdi, who is definitely going to help Mahayuti or NDA candidate.
Okay. Since you mentioned
one important point, here we need to understand Akola, when Prakash Ambedkar wanted to contest from there, he openly gave 7 days to Congress, NCP and Uddhav Thackeray group. And he said, if you are not going to take a decision in 7 days, I am going to field everywhere. So he wanted support in Akola, in rest of the places he was ready to support for some strange reasons.
Not getting your political arithmetic right is another big headache of elections. But Arvind Sawant, as Praful Ketkar mentioned, remember in 2019, Murli Devra had the backing of Mr. Ambani backing him, but then to Arvind Sawant managed to win that seat. So it's an interesting seat, and surely this could throw interesting numbers for us on counting day, that's on June 4th. Well, thank you both, Praful Ketkar as well as Shailesh Paradbe, for joining us, helping us understand Mumbai, the 6 seats in Mumbai, the importance of Thane, Bhiwandi, Kalyan region, and how it could play an important role, especially in helping the people understand which among them is the real Shiv Sena. Well, the Great Indian Election is your one-stop show on weekdays on all that matters in Indian elections. What would be the topic of our discussion on Thursday night? A sneak peek. Phase 5 of India's parliamentary elections on May 20th across 49 seats in 6 states and 2 union territories. We analyze the seats from the north and the east in this phase. How will the political battles bear the summer heat? Watch the region and the seats that matter in Phase 5 on the Great Indian Election at 8:30 p.m. IST only on DD India.